Hello pretties, welcome to Vibes Trail. So this is not the kind of video that I'm gonna put makeup on for, and I'm telling you right now, full warning for my makeup inventory mid-year check-in. I will not, for the life of me, be taking photos. This is a once a year only because, dear God, I've been doing this for 2 hours. I started at 2 o'clock, it's now 3:56 p.m. So now I'm just gonna film the actual video and then spend the rest of my evening just editing. So hold on, my tablet's loading. This has been an absolute nightmare. I hope I'm straight because I think I may be slightly crooked. I hope I'm not. I hope I'm straight, and if not, sorry, not sorry. And I said this, but I don't care anymore. I just want this over. Okay. So let's get started with my face categories. I will not be telling you what my numbers were previously because, quite honestly, I haven't done an inventory of my makeup since 2022, like in-depth one like this. I've been, like, of course, keeping track of things, but it's not been the most accurate. So FYI, this is just straight up numbers, what they are. You should be seeing a photo in one of these corners. I'm gonna tell you then what my, what my current number is and what my goal is going to be for the end of the year. My low buy intro should be posted after this, but I filmed it yesterday. But it should be going up after this video, so I have an idea of what I think this is going to be, what these goals are going to be. I will say though, I kind of wish I would have filmed my low buy intro after I filmed this one, because I think I'm going to change some of my quote-unquote goals. And there's items that I wish I would have put into that, I also plan to pan for 2024. I wish I would have filmed that also after, but I filmed it before this one. I'm not really sure when that one's going up either, but I think it's going to be after this one as well. And again, I wish I would have filmed that one and after this one, because based off of this, there's certain items that I know were not on that video that I wish I would have included. Besides the point, I've been rambling for a while now. Let me just get started. So for the face categories, foundations, I currently have 6. My goal is to be at 5. No concern there. By the way, this would be currently a yellow category, but I want to bring it down to a green category. Concealer, currently I have 6, although one of them is a one's a backup for my Milani one. I would like to get this down to 3. I actually think that's very doable for me. But you know, and it's currently a yellow category. Color correctors, I currently have 3. This is a green category. By the way, what I mean by colors is, if it's 0 to 5 is green, if it's 6 to 10 it's yellow, 11 and more is red. Okay, let me back on track. And my goal is to be at 1. I think, again, this is doable for that one, just because that Sigma color corrector is like almost gone. So I really just have to focus on that Ulta one. It usually takes me about 4 or 5 months to go through one of those Ulta ones. So again, I think that's gonna be very doable for me to do that. Let's see, primer, I currently have 4, but I would like to be at 2. I really just want that ColourPop and the e.l.f. one. The other 2 are just, I got them as a free gift with purchase for the e.l.f. one, and the other one was a Sephora birthday gift, so I just want to finish those 2 and then go back to the ones I normally do. So again, green category, no concern there. Bronzer, the e.l.f. powder thing that you see there is actually a Laura Mercier translucent powder, that it's just like a mini deluxe. It's not even deluxe, it's like a sample that I got. It's actually quite a bit of product, but it's too deep for my face, so I'm using it as a bronzer. I've already tried it and I can do it, and I finished the other 2 that came with that one, so that one should be relatively easy. And then the ones I'm really trying to finish are the little pan that's from the Ofra one, and then the one from Soul Body. And then so my goal is to be a 3, and I'll be very happy there. Blush, 36. I have 36 blushes. My goal is to be at 33. I know for a fact, obviously, that one from ColourPop, it's almost done. That only has a couple of weeks left worth of product, so that should be an easy one. I am focusing on the Proceed with Caution, there you go, for the majority of the year. I'm throwing one more in there just because I know I have a couple of minis. Like, if I really needed one, I could, like the little tiny one from Rare Beauty, I could just focus on that, and that's like a week worth of month's worth of products, the really tiny one, so I can get one more done and hopefully bring my numbers down. Or if I have a little more time towards the end of the year, maybe I can do one of the mini deluxe size, not the sample size one. So that's where that goal came from. So my goal is 33, but I'm currently at 36. Powder, I have 3. I just have 1 backup. Last year I had way more, so I'm doing pretty good. No worries there. I'll eventually finish that number 7 by the end of the year. I usually go through one of them a year, so no worries. My goal is to be at 2. So green category, we're perfectly fine. I didn't say this. Blush is a red category, bronzer is a yellow category, but I want to get that one down to a green. And blush, we're gonna stay in red. Highlighters, we're at 17, and in the photo it looks a little funky because I have part of the blush collection that is kind of into that photo, and that's because the Laura Los Angeles palettes have highlighters at the top, so I kind of took a bit of the photo there, so I'm hoping you guys will be able to see it. So I technically have 17. The Becca highlighter in Champagne Pop is the mini one. I have very little of that one, so I would like to get that one done relatively early in the year. Fingers crossed. I said the same thing last year because I had very little last year on that highlighter too. And then I have a couple of minis from Rare Beauty. Hopefully I can finish one of those, or if I can, focus on another highlighter. So my goal is 15. Red category is going to stay a red category, but hopefully we can get those numbers down. I am in a highlighter no buy, so we'll see where it goes. Setting spray, I technically have 2. I'm only counting it as 1. My goal is to stay at 1 just because it's a backup, and I have very little. Actually, I have right here. See, I have very little, so I'm counting it as just 1 product. Okay, that's done with the face or base. We're moving on to eyes. For a primer, I have 2. We're gonna stay at 2. I'm gonna keep just repurchasing those. I think in the photo, I took a bit of the photo of the samples because I was like, maybe I should include the photos of my samples of what I have in those categories, and that quickly went to shit. So I only have that photo for the 1. I'm not counting technically that as part of my primers per se, just because it's so little. I don't think I included the primers in the eye category. I think I included them in the face category. I'm not gonna include them. They're not part of my inventory technically, so they're so little. There's only like a week's worth of products. So for primer, I have 2. I want to stay at 2. Eye primer, no problem there. Green category, staying green. Brows, I have 1 product. It's going to stay at 1. I keep repurchasing the same one. When I start running low, I like repurchase one just to have it ready to go, and then go through the same process again. I have really thick eyebrows, naturally thick eyebrows, so I'm not too worried about that specific section. Mascara, I currently have 4 unopened mascaras. My goal is to be at 1. I am trying to use 1 mascara every 4 months, so by the end of the year I should have 1 left. So green category is going to stay green category. Eyeliner, I currently have 6, and I say currently quote unquote because I know in the photo I think it only shows 4. However, I did order 2 from Persona Cosmetics. They're having a huge sale, and I was wanting to get a plum eyeliner because I don't own a plum one, and I wanted to get a bronze highlighter because that brown eyeliner that I have, I think I have to throw it away. I want to see if I can try to make it work, but see if I can pull it up for you guys. It's broken. Oh gosh, it's broken. So if I pull it up, see, this is off, and I know that there's another piece that's off, so it's broken. So I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can try to make it work, but regardless, I did buy the bronze one in case I'm not able to make it work because I don't want to be without a brown eyeliner. This one also has been drying out because the bottom here keeps popping off, and so it's been drying out compared to my other ones. And then the one I'm working on to try to finish is the one from Urban Decay. So my goal for this eyeliner is to be a 5. If I do end up finishing the black one from Urban Decay and then I throw away the one from ColourPop, the brown one, I technically would be a 4, but I am on the lookout for like a green eyeliner, and I think I'll be set with those 4 eyeliners, with those 5 eyeliners. But it's a currently yellow category. It's gonna go down to, I wanted to get it down to a green category, which I think, again, very doable. Single eyeshadows, I have 95 single eyeshadows, which is way too much, way too much. But I would like to get that down to 90. That's a lot. I would like to get it down to 90. I don't know if that's realistic or not, because I'm not technically working on any single eyeshadows. Let's see what the mid-year check-in looks like for me. I honestly don't know what to expect. For eyeshadow palettes, I have 37 eyeshadow palettes currently in my collection. I don't have any palettes that I'm on the lookout, although I do have brands that I am on the lookout for. And that my goal is to be at 30. I've mentioned it in a couple of videos, or I will be mentioning it in a couple of videos. I filmed it already, that I will be doing a massive declutter. I am planning to do a palettes in the shopping block / last hurrah kind of video for them, and I do have quite a few palettes that will be going into that video, so those should be getting out of my collection by the end of the year. So my goal is to get down to 30 by the end of the year, although this is 100% dependent on what kind of palettes I do end up bringing into my collection. So this may end up changing mid-year, or like halfway through the mid-year, and my mid-year check-in. Let's see what that looks like. But both my single shadows and my eyeshadow palettes are currently red. They're gonna stay red. Those are the only two categories that I'm okay being red, to be honest. Everything else should be yellow, if not green. So blush is slightly concerned because of that. All right, lips. Let's see. Lips, I am currently at lip balm. I have one. I don't have a picture for that. It's just the little Milani one, just because I keep that one downstairs in like my countertop area when I do my skincare. So I don't have that one here to share, because honestly I could not be bothered to go downstairs anymore. It's not happening. But I have one. It's gonna stay at one. I keep repurchasing it. Actually, I already repurchased it because I'm like literally digging it on the corners. So almost done with that one. And let's see, lip liner. I currently have 9. I would like to be at 6. This is quite honestly extremely ambitious. Not sure if this is doable or not. It is a yellow category. It's gonna stay a yellow category. Obviously, I want to finish that next one. I'm pretty close to being done. But I also would like to finish those 2 ColourPop ones. Honestly, except I'm not sure if that's realistic of me to be saying that, but TBD. Worst case scenario, mid-year check-in, you'll see me change the number to 8. Either way, I'll be happy just to get those numbers down, so no complaints. Lip gloss. I currently have 24. I would like to get that number to 20. Those are both red categories. I'm not worried about it. I honestly feel like I might be able to increase that goal on my mid-year check-in, depending on how many lip gloss I finish by then. Just because I do go through lip glosses relatively quickly, and I do have quite a few of them that are kind of mini sizes or smaller in size, so I feel like I should be able to get through those. So no worries there. Tinted lip balms, I currently have 18. Another red category, I would like to get that down to 15. Again, this is another category where I do feel like I could get this down even lower, just because I have a lot of them that are minis. Those ColourPop ones that are like the blotted ones or whatever, they look big. There's almost no product in here. This is 0.06, so these are basically minis. It looks like a lot, but it isn't. So I do feel like I could potentially get quite a few of those done. So I'm putting at 10. Again, TBD, just because, sorry, at 15. My goal is 15. And I say TBD just because I do know that I have other products that I'm prioritizing more than my lip glosses and my tinted balms. But currently they're both red categories. They're gonna stay red categories just because they're not the main focus this time around. Bullet lipsticks, I currently have those at 14. And I would like to get those down to 10. That is very, very ambitious for me. We'll see. So it's currently a red category. I would like to get down to a yellow category. I know in the past I have been able to pan bullet lipsticks in a relatively speedy manner, but it has been a couple of years since I've been able to do that, and the main reason for it is because I just find that I like lip glosses and tinted lip balms way more than I like bullet lipsticks. I still enjoy bullet lipsticks, but I just like those formulas much more, and I tend to reach for those more than I reach for bullet lipsticks, and hence my progress in this has diminished in the last couple of years. That's the goal. Completely ambitious. I technically only have 2 bullet lipsticks that I'm planning to plan this year, so we'll see. I don't even know. This may be changed to 12, and I will still be happy if I do end up doing that in the mid-year check-in. Okay, liquid lipsticks. I have 10. My goal is to be at 8. This is gonna happen one way or another, either me decluttering it because it's my 2 older liquid lipsticks, or me actually getting some, you know, some work in and getting them out of my collection. It's gonna happen one way or another. It's just, I don't know which way it's gonna be. Okay, and that is currently a yellow category, and it's gonna stay a yellow category. Everything else I think I've gone over already. And some other numbers that I think you guys may be interested in. So overall, I currently have 303 products in my collection. So that's a lot. If I were to reach all of my goals, which again, some of these are unrealistic, my collection would go down to 254, which would be ideal. I currently have 453 total eyeshadow in my collection. Is that accurate? 453? Where is my getting this number from? Hold on, let me go to a different one. I don't think that's accurate. Let me update it, because I do have it. It's 579. Holy bejesus. I have 579 pans of, like, what's it called? Shadows in my collection. Oh gosh, 579. Let me go back to my goals here. I'm trying to update it as I'm talking to you guys. I just needed to update it on my spreadsheet. So I have 579 total pans. So that includes everything that's in my palettes and what I have single shadows. So 579. I'm gonna put here my goal is gonna be 500, although that's probably not accurate, just because like I said, I know I'm gonna getting rid of some palettes at the end of the year, just because they're extremely old. And I'm not 100% sure how many pans that's gonna come out to, but yeah, there's that. And that is everything, guys. That's everything that I had for you guys. That's all the numbers. I would like to also give you the percentage of pan that I have in my collection, which is absolutely dismal. It is so sad, but I'll give you the number. Is 1.91. Okay, 1.91% of all my eyeshadows have pan in them, which is quite honestly pathetic. So hopefully we can make some changes into that, since I'm not panning like any colorful eyeshadows. So yeah, that's pathetic. So my goal for this one is going to be 5%. I would like to be at 5% of pan in my eyeshadow collection, which is it's still pathetic, but it's slightly less pathetic. Okay, that is for sure not everything. I would love to hear what is your like biggest category in your collection where you're like, I don't even, it's just laughable. Not including eyeshadow. It's like, whereas like I just kind of gave up on it, because I would love to hear what it is for you guys. Or is your makeup collection like completely out of control? You're like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Or are you more of a, like a minimalist? I just want to know kind of like what your makeup collection numbers look like. I'm just curious. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.